Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Conor McGilligan. This is your Rumour Wrap. We're going to be doing these on evenings where I think there's additional bits of news that you guys would like to speak on, additional bits of news of which you guys would like to comment on as well. That's gone on throughout the day. And listen, when we're doing the Rumour Mill every single day as well, the Rumour Wrap might be able to supplement that. So welcome back, everybody. Slap a like on the video as well. Thank you so much for your likes earlier on. We've hit 10K views on the video earlier on. I think we're on 1.5K. You guys have absolutely smashed it again. Those likes really help the channel. So yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. Thank you so much. But we're back here discussing on the Rumour Wrap Leeds United's latest bit of news. Now, the Chronicle has reported earlier on, and it's a bit of a bombshell, I'll be honest with you guys, because I genuinely thought we had a little bit of a chance here with Nick Pope. I wanted him to be the second Pope affiliated with Leeds after, obviously, our favoured Adam. It looks like Nick Pope, according to the Chronicle, is wanting to stay put, which is a bit of a blunder, something I didn't expect, to be honest with you. It looks like he wants to stay and fight for his position, as I say, according to the Chronicle, not that long ago. This is something of which I didn't expect. I thought this move would have made sense for him, but even if it wasn't that, I thought it'd have been a little bit maybe of a ploy for Burnley. You know, maybe Trafford going one way, Popey the other, and him playing in Premier League football. But obviously, it looks like Newcastle are struggling a little bit. The Kelleher deal, obviously, we were there as well. I do think there's better keepers out there for Leeds United to go and get. We've mentioned before Finn Darman, David Soria, amongst many others. But I feel like when you kind of look at Kelleher, that deal was very good, a very, very good deal. Pope again with his contract running out next season. Is that going to help Newcastle whatsoever? I don't think it will. I think they'll probably want to get rid of him, to be quite honest with you, when you're looking at the overall span of things, and then being able to get money for him right now, obviously with his contract expiring. But it looks like he wants to stay and fight for his position, which is a bit of a hammer blow, to be honest with you, because I thought that one would have been a little bit more realistic. Do I think there's value for money out there? We've seen Flecken go to Bayer Leverkusen for 12 million quid. We've seen Kelleher go to now Brentford for 12.5 million quid rising. We've got to go out and get some good value. And I think there's some good value out there when it comes to goalkeepers. We're going to get onto one in a little bit, but it's not just Finn Darman or David Soria, everybody. There is another one coming up. Okay, we're moving on. And this is the other guy. It is Petrovic, obviously, at Chelsea. Now, this is a guy we've spoken about before. Now, the interesting part of Petrovic is the fact that many clubs now are being made very, very aware when it comes to Chelsea's situation. Ugachukwu, Dewsbury Hall, Fofana, Petrovic, among many others, now are being told that there is effectively a surplus to requirement. Now, obviously, Petrovic was part of the bracket, the Chelsea bracket, of which it comes to the club model, of which we're now part of with Rangers, with the San Francisco 49ers. Strasbourg are part of this Chelsea group, if you will. He was loaned to Strasbourg, and I think he's a better goalkeeper than Sanchez. Genuinely think he's a much better goalkeeper than Sanchez. I think he's absolutely excelled when he's gone there. His pass is completed. I always mention mid to long range because I think it's really important, and short to mid range. I know it sounds very jargony, but if you're able to play the ball in these phases, in these zones, and you're able to do it accurately, then it's fantastic when it comes to build up or even just getting the ball to your midfielder. You know, you see it a lot with Edison over the years. How he's able to do this fluctuation in terms of passing out from the back. He can build up excellently as well when it comes to the crispness of his passing as well. His handling looks very good. Once again, it's all these buzzwords that we always talk about when it comes to percentile and leadership from the back. But he's only 23 years of age. He maintained essentially a flawless record with 0 errors, which in comparison to Sanchez is ridiculous, because Sanchez, I think he recorded 5 errors in the Premier League last season. And his performances haven't gone unnoticed. He was voted Strasbourg's Player of the Season as well, and nominated for the Liga and Best Goalkeeper award. But the interesting thing is right now is Chelsea effectively have said that there's a group of players who are surplus to requirements, and he is one of those individuals. So obviously, Georgia Petrovic, keep an eye on that one, everybody. Moving a little bit on to this guy as well. Look, this one, again, is a little bit of a shame. You wonder how much Leeds were actually interested in Daniel Peretz. But there's a valuation there of 10 million quid. Now, there is an early valuation of around 5 million quid, but Peretz was saying that he wants to go out on loan. He doesn't want to stick around and just have no minutes. He wants to go out somewhere, go on loan, come back and be Bayern's number one. Well, there's conversations right now that when it comes to PSV, there might be a loan. There's no no official confirmation of how this will go in terms of his permanent signature, but it looks like he's on his way to Holland very, very recently. We've just figured that out online when it comes to Peretz. So that is once again a little bit of a hammer blow. And it feels like when it comes to goalkeepers right now, everybody, we're kind of looking at a situation where it's not ideal, but it is that loan with an option to buy to PSV. It's not an obligation. And we heard earlier on with Daniel that it is going to be his main intention to come back to Bayern and try get that number one place sorted. Loaning or selling Peretz with a buyback option was FC Bayern's clear plan. So obviously he might be future proofing in their plan. Maybe Leeds United were just not willing to do that. They wanted him to be the main number one on a transfer. Maybe that was the little stipulation. Promise David as well, everybody. Looks like frustratingly, again, we don't know if he's on Leeds' radar, but that was the whole conversation not long ago. It looks like Promise David is going to be moving to Paris FC, the new giant in the Parisian city, who've just been promoted, of course. Apparently, they've got more money than Paris Saint-Germain, which is frightening. But Promise David apparently is in advanced talks with Paris FC. So it feels like there's quite a lot of hammer blows here for Leeds United on the old rumour wrap. And it feels like, as we say, when we're discussing the rumour mill, it feels like these are the players that have been linked to Leeds continuously. And maybe now it's going to be a quick sort of kiboshing of all these things. So yeah, and obviously Joe Donahue did a really good article a little bit earlier on in the evening in the YEP, saying that Leeds are unlikely to make any significant signings before July 1st, 2025 due to financial planning and profitability and sustainability rules, obviously PSR. Any transfers completed before the date will be recorded in the 24-25 financial year, during which the club anticipates substantial losses. Delaying signings until after July 1st allows these expenses to be included in the 25-26 accounts, helping Leeds stay within the PSR limits and potential sanctions. Obviously, this approach aligns with the club's previous transfer strategies, which we've seen, where early summer signings were often announced in July. Additionally, as preseason training doesn't commence until early July, postponing transfers won't impact team preparation. So it looks like we're going to have to be waiting on everybody, but we will obviously be back tomorrow morning to discuss the latest rumours on the mill. But it is, and Leeds will be planning, that's been made abundantly clear in this conversation, and things will get leaked. They always do. They always do. There's no smoke without fire. So we will be talking about all those things that do get leaked and all those opportunities, these market opportunities that Leeds United will be anticipating and probably will be able to make a little bit of a mark on when it comes to maybe players like Petrovic, and could we still be in with Promise Davis? This doesn't mean that all of these transfers that we're talking about here, by the way, are completely kibosh. It just means that Leeds United are maybe unable to get these ones done as efficiently and quickly as we thought would happen. Really, it feels like other clubs being in the market for these players, maybe a better vantage point for them, maybe a better option, who knows. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you a little bit put off by this? It feels like the goalkeepers have just been absolutely smashed up. And yeah, Nick Pope, I mean, yeah, just that is something that I probably didn't expect when it came to Pope, I'll be honest. I mean, yeah, the Chronicle reporting, as I've just mentioned several times, everybody, that it looks like he's going to be sticking around. So yeah, Leeds still keen after missing out on Kelleher. But apparently he's willing to fight for his number one spot at Newcastle and is not actively looking to leave the club despite an inquiry from Leeds. Lee Ryder, very, very good source. Guys, it's been Connor. Make sure you like the video. See you tomorrow morning. All the best.